Welcome back to the Swearwolves. I'm Bret.
I'm David.
David.
Yeah.
We are back once again.
Yes, we are.
My friend.
We're here.
We are getting ready. We got about a month until Texas Frightmare.
Awesome.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be really
I'm looking
cool.
really forward to it. I can't wait. Hopefully other people that we know are going to be there. I know one of our listeners reached out and said that he is going to be there, so we'll get a chance to meet up with him.
That'd be cool. More the merrier.
That's Will. He lives in Texas, so he lives down in, I think, closer to Austin, but he's going to make the drive up.
Aw.
So that'll be cool to see him and to see all the celebrities that we're going to see.
And that guest list keeps getting bigger.
It does.
And more expensive.
Unfortunately, they haven't announced anybody that I really care about too much. But I mean, I care about that they're there and that they exist as human beings. But I don't have anything for them to sign. But I guess that is fortunate for my pocketbook. You, exactly. On the other hand, there's a couple of people.
I got added. It's like, oh, well, that's another one.
I think more Monster Squad people.
Yeah.
If you're going to be at Texas Frightmare, you should reach out to us and let us know because we'd love to meet up with you.
Yep. Except for that one guy.
You know who you are.
Yeah. Texas person.
Were you talking about Ted Cruz?
Yes, I would not want to meet Ted Cruz. Put that out there.
Ted Cruz comes to Texas Frightmare. Fucking A.
Fucking dressed as like fucking.
He doesn't have to dress.
Fucking grandpa from
Monsters. Yeah. He doesn't really have to dress up.
No, terrifying.
Let's talk about some movies this week. Now,
let's do it.
I was thinking about a movie that I hadn't seen in a long time, and I really wanted to watch it again.
Yeah, like let's make an episode.
Horror, okay, I guess it is. But
sure.
that movie is The Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that second because I paired it up with another movie that I've wanted to review for a while because it's a classic Universal horror movie. And I feel like we've done pretty much all of them. We'll have done
most of them.
All the classics.
Yeah.
I think.
We haven't done The Mummy.
Oh, yeah. That's The Mummy.
I think that's about it.
The other one. That was the other one I was talking about doing too. So we'll have that one planning out. But this is Creature from the Black Lagoon. Thought it kind of worked well with Swamp Thing, Black Lagoon,
Swampy.
Creatures.
Yeah.
Whatever. Different stories.
It works. It just works.
Trust me, it'll work. So let's start off with Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Of the science fiction adventure.
Creature from the Black Lagoon premiered on February 12th, 1954. It was subsequently released a few weeks later, like nationwide, but the premiere date was February 12th.
It's Lincoln's birthday. February
12th?
1809.
Look at you. Did you do a fucking book report on him?
I just watched Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Oh. I just remember him saying that. Like, what's your date of birth? February 12th, 1809.
Did you do a report? No, I watched Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Only
even
you.
Better.
David, what do you think the number one movie was?
I'm going to go with this movie.
That is incorrect. This movie was not
bullshit.
Number one.
What?
The movie was called It Should Happen to You.
Not like It Could Happen to You?
No, It Should Happen
the rom-com?
To You. No.
Oh.
It Should Happen to You. It Could Happen to You was a sequel.
And
then It Would Happen to You.
I wonder what it's about. What should happen to me? Good things, bad things?
It.
I assume it's sexual.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it's like...
And it should happen.
Butt play.
Oh.
It Should Happen to You.
Butthole pleasures.
Yep. Number one song.
I'm going Earth Angel. By the Penguins.
Angel, Earth Angel,
please be mine,
my darling dear.
Yeah,
that's like from Back to the Future.
Yep,
1955.
Marvin Berry.
No, it was Eddie Fisher had a song called "Oh My Papa."
Oh my papa,
and it went a little something like this. Sounds fucking awful already. This was the number one fucking song. God,
that was shit. This is the song that Krusty the Clown sings on The Simpsons, like when he's sad about his dad, the rabbi. Oh my papa.
Oh God, that was the number one song. Like, I'm not saying the song is bad, but come on.
Yeah. Oh,
the 50s sucked.
That's terrible.
I remember thinking the 50s were cool.
Yeah.
That was the number one song these idiots were listening to while they were shining their fucking cars.
Elvis was just pacing, just waiting for his turn. He's like, all right,
I'm coming.
Let me in here.
I'm coming.
I'm going home.
Number one movie. Oh, we already did that.
Yeah.
Do you want to guess again? What's the number one movie? It
should happen to you.
Creature from the Black Lagoon was written by Harry Essex and
Harry Essex. Kinky ass Harry Essex. Sorry.
I read it and I'm like, this fucker is gonna say something.
Sorry.
Also,
I can't resist.
Also, Arthur Ross.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Revenge of the Nerds 2?
Probably.
They stay at a hotel called the Club Coral Essex, and then they change it so they can get people over to their like party that they're having.
Yeah.
It says Club Oral Sex. So everybody comes over to their party.
It's very clever.
That's when they do the rap.
Oh, okay.
I'm the L-A-M, the A and the R. I'm the man on the mic that they call
Lamar.
Lamar.
Oh, yeah. I remember. Yeah, I do remember that movie.
Yeah, because they want them to vote no on 15, 16, some proposition. Whatever.
It's very political.
It's very what is that called? The fraternity Greek?
Yeah.
Sorority, fraternity, whatever.
All that shit.
Whatever. Greeks. It's all Greek to me. Directed by Jack Arnold with music by Henry Mancini, Hans J. Salter, and Herman Stein. Anybody with an H for the first name?
Dude, Mancini did the Pink Panther. That's him.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He is a famous composer.
Mm-hmm.
Creature design. I decided to throw this in here because I thought we should give her some props. Millicent Patrick developed the design,
the costume
for the creature. However, Bud Westmore, that fucking prick, he took credit for it for over 50 years.
What an asshole.
Never told anybody.
Fuck you, Bud.
Fucking Bud Westmore.
He's probably dead.
I think he is.
He's burning in hell.
But I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Just because she's a girl?
Or share the credit. Something.
Don't even share it. You didn't do it.
What did he do? He didn't do any of it?
I think it was his company that did the...
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like,
yeah. Then don't take credit. That's
yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah, he didn't design it.
What an asshole.
Millicent Patrick did. You know what Millicent Patrick was? She was obviously a designer, but she was an illustrator also, an artist. And she was one of the early animators.
Was she a Disney person?
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that name sounds very familiar.
She was the first female animator for
That's
Disney.
Cool.
Yeah, she was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, at least from what I know, she could have been a total fucking rag.
She was a real asshole.
The cast of this movie is Richard Carlson as Dr. David Reed, Julia Adams as Kay Lawrence, Richard Denning as Dr. Mark Williams. There's a lot of doctors. Antonio Moreno as Dr. Carl Maya. Nestor Paiva as Captain Lucas. Captain Lucas is probably my favorite character in this movie, by the way. And then there's other people. And then you got Rico Browning as the gill man when he's underwater.
Yep. Ben Chapman on land.
Wait, why do you think they did that? They're like, Rico, you just don't walk good.
You don't walk good.
And
Ben, you
walk really
you
good.
got a real nice
You swim
gait.
like shit, but you walk really good.
Damn, the kid can walk.
God, if we could only have both of them. And they're like, we can just put the suit on both. Millicent Patrick's like, just put the suit on
and
one.
they went, Bud, you're a genius. And Millicent's like, it was me. That suggested.
Why do you think they did that, though?
I don't know. It is kind of weird.
Maybe Rico wasn't a good actor.
He doesn't move a whole lot out of the water. I mean, it's just like...
He just kind of...
it just kind of walks and...
stumbles.
Yeah, and puts his little flippers or fins out.
Goes like this.
Yeah.
How hard can that be, Ben Chapman?
Yeah, come on.
I don't have any budget information. What do you think the box office was?
That's the 50s, though. That makes it hard. So like,
I didn't even adjust
like
this for
2 million?
inflation.
I don't know.
It was 1.3 million. I wonder what adjusted. It only goes up to 2021. What is that? 13 million?
Right.
So $13 million is what it calculates. So it's roughly 10 times the amount.
It's pretty good.
Fuck yeah.
Shit, yeah, bro.
How much could that movie have cost to make?
Not much.
No. Lord knows they didn't pay Millicent anything.
They made a sequel, so it was successful.
They made 2.
Yeah, at least.
And the character, well, what you can talk about that when we review it. The movie opens up like you're watching a fucking science film.
Yeah. It's like
I'm
fucking Big Bang.
It's like I'm in class all over again. Like back in the day before we had like VCRs even in classrooms, we had the reel-to-reel.
The fucking, like a newsreel.
And they would come and bring it into the class. And when that happened, it was like, good God, thank you. Just turn the lights off. I'll take a little snooze, a little siesta. Then they would do these reels. And this is the kind of shit that they would show. Even in the 80s. Did you have that? Did you have reel-to-reel projectors? Or were you guys like...
No, we had the VHS, like TV on the cart
TV
thing.
on the cart?
Yeah.
That came around too, but... We had projectors.
Yeah,
for
we
a
didn't have
long
that.
time.
I do remember like little tape decks. We had a lot of those. And I think when I was real little, like records.
Did you have stations you'd go to and you'd sit down and you'd have to wear the headphones?
Oh, yeah.
And you could listen to shit.
Forgot about that.
So yeah, it opens up with the Big Bang. And then it's like telling us how evolution happened. And I thought, wow, this movie is pretty progressive.
And it's like an old newsreel.
Yeah. It's like, Earth,
Well,
5 billion years ago.
yeah, they kind of talk like that.
But I thought this movie was pretty progressive. It's like, do you think there's a bunch of people who like deny evolution?
Yeah. God did that.
Don't be preaching fucking evolution.
Science and evolution.
Not in our state. That's why it wasn't the number one movie, because
Yeah.
states like Arkansas were like, fuck this movie.
they're like, I won't do it. I won't see it. This movie spouts lies.
When the movie actually starts, though, so they tell us the whole history of like how man was created, basically.
Yeah.
Life was created, and it came from the sea and started walking on land.
Earth. Yeah.
When the movie actually starts, though, it's like at an expedition in
Like the Amazon. Yeah.
And there's this guy, his name is Dr. Carl Maya, and he and his crew are
They're like chiseling away
Chiseling
like
away.
rock or whatever.
and I don't know how this happened, but they chiseled all around this one area and it just broke off and a hand.
Yeah, hand sticking out.
And it's like a webbed
Yeah.
claw.
And they're like, whoa.
That's how they sound. You did just watch Bill and Ted, didn't you? He comes over, this doctor comes over and he's like, let me see that. I need to take credit for this.
Millicent, step aside.
So he breaks off the arm. He's all right.
Careful.
There's more behind here probably, but I'm
But
gonna go
I don't
get-
have time for that bullshit. I got to get straight to the university.
Yeah, so
I
he's
thought that was weird. He's like, we'll dig this out later.
yeah. He wants to bring more crew though.
Yeah.
And he wants to get other doctors involved.
Yeah.
He wants to spread the wealth, you know? He's not like trying to get all the fortune
No.
and glory for
He's
himself.
gonna go straight to the institute.
Yeah. So he goes and visits with David Reed and Kay Lawrence.
Yeah.
So David and Kay.
He shows them a photo.
Apparently he was David's like professor.
Yeah.
at-
They go way
when he
back,
was
I
younger.
guess.
And Kay and David are dating.
They're an item.
Yeah.
They're exclusive.
David is underwater and Kay comes with a boat to meet up with him. And we see like shots of him like underwater
Mm-hmm.
swimming. There's a lot of beautiful
underwater shots.
Underwater shots.
Yeah.
I should also say this. After the doctor leaves the dig site,
Mm-hmm.
a hand, a live
Oh,
claw
yeah. We
hand
see kind of lurking.
comes up
Yeah.
and then
Ooh.
yeah. So we know that there's a creature.
Something's out there.
David's coming up from the
The water comes to the
From water.
surface. Yeah.
and did you notice what he called his scuba gear?
No, I remember it was something weird though.
They called it the aqualung.
Aqualung.
Every time they say it, I
Dun,
go,
dun, 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 dun,
That's
dun.
what I'm doing. He'd be like, "You grab the aqualung," and I'd go, "Dun dun 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 dun."
Fucking Jethro Tull.
Creature from the Black Lagoon. Dun 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 dun. He comes up with his aqualung and he's like, "Oh yeah, what's going on?" Doctor's like, "I got this hand."
Oh shit, cool.
And they're like, "Well, we would love to look at it, but we got this boss named Dr. Mark Williams,
Yeah, he's a real
who's a
dick.
real dickhead.
He's a
We got to
real
convince
fuck.
him. But he's also a real pompous, arrogant prick, so he's probably going to want to take credit for this, Bud Westmore. So maybe we can convince him."
Yeah.
So the group talks to this guy, and this guy's like, "Yeah, I'm all in. Let's put
Yeah,
all
let's
of
do
our
it.
money to this, and we need to find this, and we need to
Find the
bring
rest
it
of
back.
it. Yep.
We can all get the fortune and glory." So they go back to the dig site. They charter a boat, which is captained by Captain Lucas and his crew. Captain Lucas, like I said, is my favorite character in
He's
this.
pretty cool.
He's
Yeah,
funny. He's the comic relief. He has some of the best lines.
He does.
They go down the Amazon.
It's very Jungle Cruise.
It is.
Yeah.
It is very Jungle Cruise, but I was like, I don't know. They're like just kicking it on this boat as they're going down the Amazon, and they're not thinking anything of it. And they're talking about creatures like millipede or centipedes that are a foot long and all this kind of stuff. And they're like, that's cool. I'd be fucking shitting myself.
You're like,
I'm telling you.
I don't want to see any of that.
I mean, I would love to go down the Amazon, but I would be scared shitless, David.
All the things that could eat you or kill you.
Some of which are people.
Yeah.
Because they're going to see me and they're going to be like, I don't want that guy around here because he's going to hurt us. I'm just going to kill him.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to eat him.
He's probably delicious.
Probably. I mean, I'd rather be killed and eaten instead of eaten and then killed. But
Oh, yes. Yeah. I'd prefer that order as well.
So they are going down the river and they get to the dig site and they go up there and they discover that Captain or Dr. Maya's crew
Yeah, they're all dead.
are all dead. They don't know what the fuck happened.
And before that, we do get to kind of see a scene of that crew being attacked.
That's true.
So like
we just see the clawed hand like grab them off screen.
Yeah, and it does like a T-Rex type roar if I remember correctly. Like when it's attacking him, it's like,
well, it does the Jurassic Park T-Rex roar? Not
it
like
does.
Yeah. Not like a real
not
T-Rex.
a real.
We don't know what a real.
How do you know?
Real T-Rex was probably like, I got short arms.
My hands is tiny.
My arms is tiny and my hands is tiny.
But my heart is so big.
Ow.
I have a big penis as well.
Sure you do, T-Rex.
Of course you do, T-Rex. Can't see it though.
It's up inside me. It only comes out when I'm really
when I'm real excited.
Just ask that brontosaurus over there, right, brontosaurus? Well, he's a little worse for the wear today. don't talk to him. He's in a bad mood.
He's in one of his moods.
I'm a T-Rex. I'm a fierce jungle creature. Ow! That's what a T-Rex sounded like, but that's not what the creature from the Black Lagoon sounds like.
It roars.
It roars. This creature, by the way, I'm going to tell you something. One of my favorite looking
Agreed. It still looks good. Yeah. Holds up.
But creeps me out.
Yeah.
Dude.
Got the big old eyes, the big lips.
When it's underwater, you can't see its eyes.
Yeah.
Its eyes are like sunken in and you just see black. And when it's underwater swimming, and this part's coming up, but when it's underwater swimming and it's like moving
all
around
graceful,
and they can't see it.
Yeah. But it's like right underneath them.
Fuck that shit, dude. That gave me the heebie-jeebies for the longest time when I was growing up. Even until in my 30s, I was still like skeeved out by it.
That's cool. Because I didn't see this movie till I was probably like in my early 20s.
Oh, I have a story about Creature. When we talk about it in a review, it was like, it would just skeeve me out. I've grown to appreciate it because, I like the look of the creature. So I've kind of forced myself out of that phobia. Anything under like murky water that I can't see.
You just assume there's a creature under there.
And I used to go swimming in lakes that were dirty. I mean, they're not dirty, but the water isn't like a fucking ocean.
You can't see, it's murky.
It's not like being in Hawaii at the blue fucking ocean floor. Yeah. No, it's all murky and seaweed everywhere.
It's all mysterious.
Ugh, gross.
That's the worst when you're swimming in a lake and like a tree or like just something brushes against your leg. You're like, wow.
No, it's a fucking creature.
Yeah, exactly.
Tickling your fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Ow. I'm a creature. I'm going to tickle your nuts. You sound exactly like a fucking T-Rex.
You sound like a T-Rex.
I've heard that before.
But they arrive at the camp and then they assume that jaguars killed the crew.
So like the show must go on.
Yep.
Let's start digging.
Let's find the rest of that skeleton.
So they dig and they dig and they dig.
No dice.
And they only have enough rocks to pave a road, apparently, according to this Dr. Mark. By the way, Dr. Mark, he has the hots for Kay, or did. They were dating at one point.
I think that's the thing. They were a couple at some point.
And now David has her?
Yeah. But he wants her back.
He ain't going to get her.
No.
He's a prick.
Fuck that guy.
David's kind of a prick, though, too.
He is kind of.
They're all very like, well, Kay, step aside.
Yeah. They're very, let a man take a look at this. Millicent, as you were.
Millicent, go solve this problem.
Yeah. Well, I take credit for it. But they think, I think it's actually Kay, right? That figures out.
No, it's David.
Is it David? Okay. It's like, we need to head down to this Black Lagoon because that's the way the river flows or something.
He goes, what's the end of the river? And they're like, well, it's a lagoon. The people around here call it the Black Lagoon.
Yeah. So let's head down that way and see if it washed.
Yeah, over years it probably washed some of this rubble away, and if we could possibly find the rest of the skeleton. So they're like, all right, cool. So they go down there and they have to like inch their way through this
navigate
narrow
the passageway and the kookaburra sound effects and all the jungle cats and shit.
They get through and it's a beautiful Black Lagoon. So David and Mark decide that they're going to put on the aqualungs and go diving to see what they can find and get some samples of the rocks at the bottom.
This is where we get our first look, like full body look of the creature.
Fucking creature, dude. This is the creepy creature.
Yeah, and they don't see it.
This isn't the creepiest one though. The creepiest one's coming up when Kay goes for a little dip. But they get all the rocks. They come back up to the surface, and they give the rocks to Dr. Maya, and he's going to run some studies on them to see if they're the same rocks from upstream. Meanwhile,
this is where Kay goes for a swim.
Kay's like, I want to swim. So she jumps in. Okay, again, I'm going to go back to this whole, like, it's the fucking Amazon, and you're just going to jump into water?
Yeah, she's a scientist. Maybe she knows these waters.
Horse shit. It doesn't matter if you're a scientist. She's never been there. She's never been to that Black Lagoon.
Yeah, there's piranhas, hippopotamus.
It could be anything. I don't know. Are hippopotamus native to the Amazon?
I don't know. I think so.
Do you know what they have in the Amazon River, though? They have freshwater dolphins. They're
What?
like pink. They're pink.
Yeah,
They look weird,
it sounds weird.
but they look like dolphins. Look them up sometimes.
Okay, that makes sense because there's like a local pool company, I think, that's called the Pink Dolphin.
Did you always think it was sexual?
Yeah, and every time I see their like little truck, I'm like, you can just call your company the Penis, like if that's what you want. Like,
Yeah, Amazon River dolphin. Here, take a look at it.
oh, that's fucking weird.
It's weird looking.
Yeah,
But those things swim. Look at it. It's like chubby.
I have a thyroid problem. Please leave me alone.
It's all right, dolphin. I don't hate you because you're fat. I hate you because you're ugly.
Fat shaming him.
No, it's not ugly, but it is ugly. Compared to a regular dolphin,
Yeah, that's a swimming penis.
compared to like a saltwater dolphin that's like friendly and just wants to fuck you,
Fucking horny ass dolphin.
the freshwater dolphin looks ugly.
Yeah, I wouldn't let that thing bang me.
But you don't know. You don't know what's in there.
No.
And
But
she doesn't.
And it touches her. It touches her feet.
It
And she's kind of like, what was that?
Creech has got a boner for her
Oh, yeah.
already, and he's swimming underneath her. And there's this beautiful shot where she's swimming on the surface,
And he's swimming upside down.
swimming along with her.
Parallel. Yeah,
It's
it is
awesome.
cool.
You have a tattoo of Creech, right?
I do. On my forearm.
Let me see. Yeah, that's him swimming.
That's actually the side art from the pinball machine.
She goes back onto the boat, and nothing really happens. She doesn't see him.
Yeah, I think she just assumes like she touched like a branch or something.
Fish, yeah,
Yeah, or a
fish,
fish.
or some other kind of shit.
But then there's like a winch or something on the side, and something's caught in it, and it like pulls it down.
They got a net, yeah.
Yeah, this is very Jaws, I thought, because it like bends it all the way down and I think breaks it, doesn't it?
Almost.
Yeah,
it almost breaks
almost.
it off, but it's the creature. They caught the creature in the net, or the creature got caught in the net, and then he breaks out, and they're like, "What the fuck is this?" And they find like a piece of his claw. And
Yeah, that's right.
they're like, "What the fuck? This was something." So they think that they're like, "There's a creature."
Yeah, we got to
down
check
there.
something. Got to check it out. So Mark and David go under, and they see it. And Mark's got a harpoon gun,
and he
shoot at
shoots it.
Dude, did you notice in this scene the fucking Jaws music?
Mm-mm.
Dude, like John Williams must have, whether he did it on purpose or it was an accident, but like the music is really, really similar.
Really?
Yeah, like
That's-
the down stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's interesting.
I'll have to watch that scene again. But he shoots at it,
And David's got a camera.
and he goes to
He
take
takes
a picture.
It
They go to develop it.
doesn't come out.
It doesn't come out. But
Yeah.
of course, the creature's pissed off because he's like, "You just shot at me." So he comes up onto
Fucking boards.
He comes up onto the boat,
Yeah, permission to come aboard, sir?
and there's only one crew member who's like
Who's,
up
like,
on
up
top.
there, yeah.
Everybody else is underneath, like developing the film, and the creature kills that guy.
Yup.
And then there's another crew member who's like, "Carlos, where are you? Chico." It's one of those
Is
guys.
this when Captain Lucas fucking slaps the guy?
Yeah. He's like, "Get yourself together, man."
And then they find
water
tracks.
tracks,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're like, all right, there's a creature.
It's the fucking creature.
Something's been up here.
The creature like comes aboard a couple of times, or they have.
Yeah, and this time they all see it at night, and they like scare it off.
And then they're like, "What can we do?" They decide that they're gonna poison all the water to
Get it high. Basically, like kind of drug it, right?
Yeah. Well, the next scene after they poison the water, we just see that there's a bunch of dead fish floating. The creature hasn't been affected by it yet.
Yeah.
So Mark and David, of course, are fucking heroes. They decide they're gonna go out on the boat and like drop like sinker bombs, basically, of this poison to get it out. It's just like big Alka-Seltzer tablets.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
it
it's
looked
very
like.
fizzy.
Yeah. The creature does get drugged, and they see it kind of walking on land, and it's all like groggy.
Yeah, it's high as fuck.
So they go chasing after it. Kay's out there too at one point, and the creature like,
Oh yeah, like is this where it goes after her?
yeah, it goes after her, but then it attacks some,
Kills a crew member.
kills a crew member. Then they shoot it.
They knock it out.
They knock it out.
Yeah.
And
they
gonna,
capture it.
It's gonna come at Kay, and then it just collapses
Yeah,
anyway.
and they capture him.
Yeah. And Dr. Mark like hits it with a rock. And they're like, "Calm
It's
down."
overkill. Come on, take it easy.
But they capture it and they put it in a cage.
Yeah.
Well, he fucking escapes.
Immediately,
Yeah.
he escapes
He's
right
like,
away.
All right.
It's like,
Not a cage alive. He's like the fucking Harry Houdini of Universal Monsters.
He has a lockpick kit.
He's all.
Doot doot.
So it escapes, and it's gonna go after Kay. Kay like frightens it by smashing a lantern.
Like right into its face.
Yeah.
Like catches it on fire.
Yeah, so it dives off.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool shot of it diving off the boat into the water.
And the one guy, he's another like scientist or whatever, he gets fucked up. So much so that they have to wrap him up like the fucking mummy.
Yeah, I think the guy's name, is that Edwin?
Edwin's
character, yeah.
So they put him down below deck. He's still alive, but he's all wrapped up.
And I think at this point they decide, we're just going to get out of here.
David says that. He's like,
leave.
we need to go. And Mark is like, we need to capture it. And he's like, fuck you. Fuck
let's
this
just
monster.
leave.
Let's get out of here. This is where they go to leave. And that narrow passageway that they had to go through.
It's been dammed up with a few sticks.
Yeah. It's like,
They could have moved that shit.
like, come on. They didn't need a wench. It's
No.
like, I could have gone down
You could
there.
just move that by hand.
Yeah. Or the boat could have just plowed right
We're
through it.
trapped. Yeah, exactly. Come on.
They try to wench it up, but the creature keeps pulling it down, breaks the wench. So they don't know what to do. David's like, I'll go down there, and we have a little bit of the drug left. I'll throw the drug in his face. I'll shoot it like a mosquito spray.
Yeah, right in his face.
Right in his face.
Stupid face.
Right in his stupid fish face. And then, while it's getting drugged, I'll tie the wench back up. We'll lift it out, and we'll go. No harm, no foul. Well, Mark gets the bright idea. He's like, I'm going to go down there. So he goes down there. Well, him and David get into a fight.
Oh, yeah.
Like, throw blows at each other.
Yeah, they make up pretty quick, though. It's like, oh, sorry.
They do. But Mark dives down there and he's like, I'm going to kill the creature. So he goes.
The hell you are.
And shoots at the creature. The creature has none of it. The creature attacks him.
Fucking kills him.
Drowns him.
Yeah.
Pulls off his aqua lung.
And just holds him underwater.
Holds him underwater. He's like, fuck. Tries to do the same to David.
Dude, and David's got a harpoon gun, and he misses him at point blank range.
David's an idiot.
Yeah, it's like, what?
How many times have I said that?
Yeah.
In my life.
So yeah, it escapes once more. And then they decide, okay, we're going to make like a sedative kind of thing.
He goes down there, shoots at it. It kind of does get drugged. As they're wenching up the
log.
That
they could have moved by hand.
That they could have moved by hand. The creature comes aboard the boat, sneaks up behind Kay, grabs her.
Hello.
Dives off with her.
I got your girl.
And they're like, fuck. So now they have to go chase after him. He takes her to like this fucking grotto.
Like a grotto.
To the Playboy Mansion grotto. Bunch of fucking semen in the water. He takes her to this grotto and they go follow him. And this is kind of uneventful, but go ahead.
Oh, so David wants to go after him. Did you notice how short his shorts were?
Yeah.
Dude, the Amazon water must be cold because nothing was peeking. There's a part like where he like moved and kind of in front of the camera was like, oh, we're going to see his nuts from like under his shorts.
Were you getting all excited?
Yeah. But there was none. But maybe if it was in high def.
Listen, he was swimming.
Yeah, I'm saying the water must be cold.
Even if it's not cold, you get out, you're cold.
Yeah.
The water, maybe as it dries, listen.
Shriveled up.
Sorry. Not all of us have nuts that hang down to our knees, David.
So David goes, he saves her. They have a fight. You're right. It is rather uneventful.
Yeah, because
he saves her pretty quick.
He saves her, and then the creature grabs him and like grabs him by the non-existent nuts and is gonna like throw him.
I got nothing to hold on to here.
And that's when Lucas comes in and shoots the shit out of the creature.
Yeah, Maya and Lucas.
Yep.
Yeah.
They shoot the shit out of him, and then he goes diving off into the water.
Yeah, he kind of goes limp.
Bottom. He goes limp like no,
and he just sinks to the depths
of the ocean. Of not
presumably
the ocean,
dead. The lagoon.
The lagoon. Thank you.
The pond.
And that's the end of the movie.
That's it.
Like one cool thing about movies back in the day is like when they ended.
That's it. Yeah, movies ended very abruptly. Yep. Like, and that's the end. Everyone go home. Turn the lights on.
There was no fucking extra scenes after the credits.
Nope.
Like this
no
is
Easter eggs.
No Easter eggs. No, the Gillman will return in Revenge from the Creature from the Black Lagoon. Speaking of the sequel, Revenge of the Creature was the sequel. It came out a year later in 1955, and it was also in 3D when it was released. That movie, that's the first Creature movie I ever saw.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking about it last night when I was watching Creature from the Black Lagoon, and I had a random memory.
Of like a scene?
Yes. Of a scene, but of an experience. And I had to text message my sister. You know how like just all of a sudden something will happen and you're like,
oh, yeah.
Fuck, did that happen?
Pop in your head, yeah.
Or am I dreaming that? I looked it up online, and apparently in 1982, I was 5 years old. In 1982, there was a nationwide broadcast in 3D.
That's awesome.
Revenge of the Creature. So, back in 82, we only had like 4 channels.
Yeah.
And you could go get 3D glasses at your local convenience store or Pizza Hut.
I remember sometimes in movies when they would do that. Yeah, you go to like a Circle K and get the glasses.
And you'd bring them home, and then the movie was in black and white, but you'd watch it on a color television, and you'd have to tune the tint just right.
Yep.
Like overcompensate
I remember
the contrast.
That. I remember that.
There is a Polaroid. This is why I messaged my sister, because there's a Polaroid picture of all of us kids and my mom sitting in our living room with these 3D glasses on, and I think I'm going like this.
That's awesome.
Watching Creature or Revenge of the Creature.
Yeah,
not even the first Creature from the Black Lagoon. So that's the first time I saw any creature.
That's way cool.
And I looked it up online, and there's a bunch of stuff like Reddit posts and everything. And somebody had an article that they posted about it.
The first time I saw it, I was probably in my early to mid 20s, and it was I had been really into the pinball game. And I was like, I want to buy this game. And I eventually did buy it. And I was like, I should probably see the movie at some point. And I think I saw the movie after I had the pinball machine. No. I really liked it. And then I bought the box set. Now, I've seen all of them.
Yeah, there's 3 movies that came out. So there's Creature.
And The Creature Walks Among Us.
Revenge of the Creature and The Creature Walks Among Us. I have not seen Creature Walks Among Us, and it's been years since I've seen Revenge of the Creature. So I do want to watch those soon. But I just watched Creature from the Black Lagoon probably like 7 months ago. Watched it again. And I'll tell you what, I liked it even more this time when I watched it.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't like it before, but I just really think that, first of all, the creature itself is one of the best things I've seen. I know it's 1954, so there's a lot of leeway that give.
Yeah.
But
still looks pretty good, though.
I don't think there's any leeway to give on this one. Like if someone came out with that makeup today,
it still looks good.
It's still fucking legit.
Yeah.
When he's out of the water, his gills are breathing and moving.
And the way his mouth moves and stuff, like it looks like an animal.
Even in black and white, it looks fucking awesome. I don't know what he looked like in color. I mean, we can see some color photos from the set or whatever. I think it looks better in black and white, but I think that it's an awesome movie. Now, story-wise, it's a little simplistic.
Yeah, very much so.
It's very King Kong.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. And it gets the girl and,
falls in love.
Yeah, it's kind of a love
falls in love
thing.
with the girl, kidnaps the girl, steals the girl. They have to like fight to save her. I don't know. I've seen that now.
And even like kind of the story movies. Of like, meddling with nature and all that stuff. Yeah.
I mean, story-wise, it's pretty simplistic. Acting-wise, it's pretty basic.
Right.
But cinematography, like I said, the underwater shots.
That stuff must have been state of the art at the time.
And it was all done in 3D.
Yeah.
Which
looks good.
We didn't get to see. And even if we did see it now in 3D, it'd probably be that cheesy blue and red one.
Well, I have the Blu-ray box set for the Universal Monsters, and on the Blu-ray it has the 3D version, but you got to have a 3D TV.
And they don't even make those anymore.
Yeah, I was so disappointed too, because disappointed. I'm glad that option's available, but when I saw the 3D option on the menu, I was like, oh, where's my glasses from My Bloody Valentine, or I'm gonna pop those on? And then it was like, no, you need a 3D TV. And I was like,
that sucks.
Or a 3D and a 3D Blu-ray player. But
that sucks. There has to be a way to buy a 3D TV.
I'm sure you can get them like secondhand or something, or hit up here.
I want to say my mom and her husband have one.
Yeah,
or had one.
Got to go over there.
Can I borrow your creature?
Yeah, have it with you and just like invite yourself over and be like, oh, I was in the neighborhood. Oh, is it a 3D TV?
I'm just gonna pop this on.
Watch this for a few minutes.
I would like to see it though.
Yeah,
in
really
like
cool.
In like real legit 3D.
Yeah,
like that,
or in like a theater would be better.
Yeah, what's 3D. It called? It's called.
I think it's called Real 3D or something like that.
No, but I'm talking about the original way that they filmed it.
Oh, I don't know.
Originally projected by the polarized light method. I don't know what that is, but those are gray glasses.
Yeah.
Instead of
red and blue.
That's the same thing with Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
The original.
Part 3?
Part 3?
Yeah.
Was a polarized method. So the 3D looks better when it's done that way. I don't know. So as far as rating goes, I'm going to give this a 4. A solid 4 out of 5 Pamela Voorhees Heads. I can't go perfect on it.
Nope.
Because I don't think that it's perfect.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty fucking good.
I give it a 4 as well.
Look at you.
Look at that.
Fucking copycat motherfucker.
I had already written it.
Yeah.
Fool.
Sure.
Yeah, no, and for a lot of the same reasons. It's a really, really good movie. It's fun. The costume looks awesome. The underwater sequences. But it's not a perfect movie. And there's some cheesiness to it, and it's a very simple story. So, yeah, I can't go 5, but it's solid.
But I would say this. The Gillman is probably my favorite Universal
of the Universal Monsters
now.
Him and Frankenstein's
monster. Yeah. Nobody's favorite is the Mummy.
No. Even the Mummy's favorite isn't the Mummy.
Why didn't they ever make a Gillman cereal? Like, you got Frankenberry, you got Count Chocula, you even got a Ghost and Boo Berry, you had Yummy Mummy, you had
a werewolf
with Fruit Brute. They need a Gillman.
No creature, no love. That's sad.
Crispy Creatures or something like that.
There you go.
Maybe green. It's all.
Ew. Sounds kind of gross, actually.
They're probably like, no, we don't want to do that. So the reason why we're doing this episode is because of Swamp Thing.
Adrienne Barbeau and the Swamp Thing, an outrageous pair in the incredible adventure that grows on you or all over you. The Adventures of the Swamp Thing.
Alex!
the comic book legend lives.
Swamp Thing came out in 1982, released February 19th, 1982. So interestingly enough, it's like February.
Yeah, they came out.
February. They both came out around the same time.
I
thought that was weird.
It was weird.
February 1982. I will tell you this. We must have done another movie that also got released on the same day.
Oh, because it's been done before?
The movie and the song have both been done before.
All right. Well, movie, I'm pretty sure hasn't come up before. I'm going with Tootsie.
Oh, we have talked about Tootsie before.
Oh, has it come up?
It was the #1 movie in...
For this one?
Oh, no. Did we talk about Tootsie? I thought we did.
Was this the #1 movie?
No.
Oh.
We have? I thought we've talked about
I don't know,
Tootsie.
maybe.
On Golden Pond.
Oh, yeah. I feel like, and that came up recently, I think.
It did.
Yeah.
And the #1 song?
I have no idea, but I went with Maneater by Hall & Oates.
I wish it was fucking Maneater, because I'd be all, you only go down tonight.
Oh, here she comes.
Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up. No, this is the what the fuck lyric.
Oh, okay.
Centerfold by Jay
Oh,
Giles
Jay Giles
Band.
Band.
Exactly. Swamp Thing was written by Wes Craven. It's based on Swamp Thing, the comic book.
Right.
DC comic by Len Wein and Bernie Wrightson. Directed by Wes Craven with music by Harry Manfredini. Harry Manfredini, of course, most famous for Friday the 13th scores.
Kind of interesting pairing of Harry Manfredini and Wes Craven. It's kind of cool. It's Freddy versus Jason.
It really was interesting too, because I didn't know it was Harry Manfredini until I started watching the movie.
Yeah, and then when you heard the music, you're like,
I'm like, where's Jason Voorhees?
Yeah, I did the same thing. I was like,
he's gonna be coming out of the water soon.
Jason.
Cast wise, we have Ray Wise as Alec Holland, Adrienne Barbeau as Alice Cable, Louis Jourdan as Anton Arcane, Dick Durock. God damn, that's a name.
Fucking Dick Durock.
That's another fucking porn name.
Yeah.
My name's that's like a name from Flintstones. This is Dick Durock.
Dick Durock.
It's like a bodybuilder or something.
Yeah, or maybe a DJ or something.
Yeah, Dick Durock coming at you with the latest hits.
Or it sounds like if you go camping, like that's the rock that marks where you pee and poop.
That's your Dick Durock.
That's the Dick Durock. Take your dick out, or you go poop,
or you go
do on the rock or next to it, preferably.
Well, Dick Durock, he plays. It's probably like Durock.
Durock, yeah, I'm sure.
He's like, it's Dick Durock.
Whatever, Dick
Durock.
He's a Swamp Thing.
He plays a Swamp Thing, and there's other people. This guy Nicholas
David Hess.
David Hess plays Ferret.
Yeah,
David Hess was from Last House on the Left.
Yeah,
he
was Krug.
Yeah, he also wrote all the songs.
Yeah,
those fucking stupid songs.
He plays Ferret.
Nicholas Worth plays Bruno. Nicholas Worth, I remember him mostly from Darkman.
Oh, okay. But it's been a long time.
The first 3 Darkmans are on Shudder.
Oh, cool. I think I've only seen the first one.
I love it.
Yeah, and I liked it. Yeah,
Sam Raimi.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it. I think it's an underrated film.
Yeah,
the first
I haven't
one.
seen it in a while, and I think I've only seen it like once or twice. But yeah, I liked it.
Reggie Batts plays Jude. So the budget for this movie was $2.5 million. I don't have any box office.
Yeah, I'm sure it did all. I mean, I'm sure it made money.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is another movie that I remember watching probably around the same time I watched Revenge of the Creature in 3D.
Okay.
1982 is when it came out.
So you're pretty young when you saw it?
I was probably like 6. Probably had to cover my eyes because I didn't remember. Dude, I didn't remember that she got naked.
I didn't either. And here's the weird part. This is a movie, and there's a few of these now where I remember watching. And then when I watch it, I'm like, I've never seen this movie. It's like I think that I've seen it because I just remember seeing the box all the time at the video store.
You had never seen this?
No, because I absolutely would have remembered some of the scenes.
Yeah, you would have.
Now I did see there's like a European cut, and I think that's the version that we saw that has some added boobies. Yeah, and maybe the original American version didn't have any, but if there was, I definitely would have remembered. Because when it happened in the movie, I was like, oh,
I didn't remember it. I'm sure that I would have because...
I would have been like, oh, Adrienne Barbeau.
Even 6-year-old Brett would have been like...
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't realize there was a European cut, though.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking interesting.
So they threw in some gratuitous nudity.
What's this movie about, David? Well, there's this guy. I don't know why I asked you and then I answered it.
This is Alec Holland.
Yeah.
He's a scientist.
He's a scientist.
Yeah.
He's down in the fucking Amazon, right?
Is that where they were?
I don't know.
Probably.
Some swamp land. Some swampy land. Maybe it's not the Amazon. Maybe it's like the fucking Florida Everglades.
Yeah.
I don't know, but they come in on a chopper like there's no roads, so...
Yeah, maybe Central America. Whatever. They're in the swamp. And he's doing experiments involving plants and trying to make them have like almost human attributes.
I was just looking to see the swamp project in the swamps of American South. What the fuck is American South? So
Florida?
yeah, they're down in Dixie. Well, y'all come down here. You ever see that movie Frogs? We got a lot of them down here. Down here in Dixie.
But I guess at their site or whatever, there was a scientist that...
what does he want to do again? I'm sorry.
Oh, he wants to...
combine plant and animal.
Kinda. But like giving plants more human like instincts and animal... like or not animals. Like instincts and
Life?
Abilities.
Yeah.
But not like a talking plant.
But like make them think.
Yeah.
And then he wants to eat them. So he's like, hey, you have a brain. Now I'm going to destroy you and make you feel pain.
Yeah. Ow.
Yeah. Every time you killed a fucking, chop down a fucking plant, it would scream.
Yeah.
Internally. or we wouldn't be able to hear it though. So,
dude, that's true.
What
about like a forest fire though? It'd just be like
this
symphony
guy
of
is
screaming.
the worst idea ever. Like one of the greatest things is that plants don't have brains because then we don't feel bad by killing them.
If I'm fucking chomping a carrot, who cares?
Okay, what are vegetarians going to do now?
Yeah,
if
like,
they know that a fucking plant has a feeling,
what are they going to eat?
Nothing.
They're going to die.
They can't eat anything.
Nothing.
Tofu?
Water.
What is fucking tofu made out of?
Soy?
It's a plant.
Yeah, they're fucked.
You could eat like the fruit that a tree drops, right? Because
that's like its poop.
Yeah, and it's not alive anymore. Once it drops it,
yeah,
it's not attached to the fucking nucleus.
Yeah, so you just eat a bunch of like nuts and
it's all very scientific, David. I don't want to get into it. Yeah, nuts and like old fruit.
Yeah,
really ripe fruit.
There
Whatever fruit falls.
It has to fall off. You can't pick it.
Yeah, you have to just wait there for an apple. If you're like, oh, that apple looks delicious, you got to wait 20 days for that motherfucker to fall.
Yeah, exactly.
Or however long it takes for an apple to fall. I don't know. And by then, it's all soft.
Yeah, you just go to it and start blowing on it. He's waiting. Damn it, drop it. But I guess one of the guys that worked with the scientists was checking a sensor, or at least according to their story, disappeared, and they think he got eaten by an alligator. So they send Adrienne Barbeau out as sort of his replacement. She's a scientist.
She works for the government in some capacity.
So she flies out there. She meets this guy, Harry Ritter, who's like the supervisor of this group.
Yeah, he's like the Australian guy, right?
Yeah. It was like Muldoon. It was like Muldoon from fucking Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah. They
should all be destroyed. That guy. Shoot her! Shoot her!
She goes out there and she meets
Alec and his sister, Linda.
She doesn't realize that Linda's the sister. She thinks Linda's the wife.
Yeah.
So Alec starts hitting on Adrienne Barbeau.
And she's like, right in front of your wife?
Yeah, you need to calm down.
So hot.
Put it in your pants until we're alone.
Yeah.
No, but she's like, you need to calm down.
Yeah, and then she finds out, they're brother and sister. She's like, oh.
And then she's like, oh, cool. I can fuck him now.
Sweet.
And by the way, like, he makes the moves on her
immediately.
Quick.
This guy's an HR nightmare. Like, I was like, wow. Like,
listen, it's only an HR nightmare if she complains.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that. Like,
I don't know exactly.
I wouldn't do that, but this guy.
He makes it very obvious he's into her.
And he fucking kisses her.
Yeah.
And
on the fucking mouth.
Like, he like Frenches her.
Yeah.
He's like, my experiment worked.
Let me get up all up in your face.
Ray Wise. We see Ray Wise at these conventions every once in a while, and every once in a while I'm like, no, that's all right.
I'm good.
We did meet Adrienne Barbeau, though.
We did. She was super nice.
So nice.
Yeah.
She's a tiny lady, though.
Yeah, very petite.
As I was watching this movie, I'm like, all these people are really tiny because I know how big Adrienne Barbeau is.
She's small.
These people aren't that much bigger than her.
Yeah.
These people are tiny.
We towered over her.
So they start falling in love. Well, the experiment that they're working on is like growing. Basically, they want to feed hungry people. Like, that's his goal.
Yeah,
right?
If they can make plants grow faster and regrow, we can feed the world.
So the sister has this like shit that she's developed, and she
reminds me of a reagent from Reanimator. It's like kind of like glow in the dark green, like glow stick shit.
It looked almost exactly like that stuff.
Yeah.
She like throws it on the ground, and it sprouts up like within minutes.
Yeah, and it like when she throws it on the ground, it also kind of explodes.
Yeah,
it's like,
so it has a reaction.
It's like those little snap firecracker things you had as a kid.
I loved them.
Those things were awesome.
Yeah. Those little pops.
Yeah.
She throws it down on the ground. She's like, Alec, look.
Watch.
I'm going to
disappear.
You don't have an accent. But the plants grow up like, they don't see it right away, but they're like, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then it grows.
And then I think it's like the next day or something. It's
not even the next day. It's like 15 minutes later.
Yeah.
Because something happens and he looks over and he's like, oh, fuck, the plants
shit.
grew. And then that's when he makes out with Adrienne Barbeau.
Yeah.
And then this is when Ferret and Bruno come.
Yeah.
As well as Arcane. Now.
Like Arcane's men first arrive.
Yep. And they're like, give us the reanimator shit.
I'm like, no.
Well,
all right.
Give it to us.
And they kill one of the guys. I think Charlie was his name. They kill that guy. And then the Ritter guy comes out. And they're like, Ritter? And he fucking Scooby-Doos himself and pulls off his own face.
They killed Ritter months ago.
And it's Arcane.
Arcane's been pretending to be Ritter.
Fucking walking around in a mask.
But why didn't he just sneak in there and steal the stuff?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why do you got to be so like fucking devious?
Very covert with the whole thing.
Just sneak in there and steal it. They push Adrienne Barbeau aside and she gets like knocked out, but she's not really knocked out. She's faking it. And they get all of the journals for Ray Wise.
Yeah, he hands them over to him, and along with the fucking React juice, the Converse React juice.
Something happens, and one of the journals just drops. So Adrienne Barbeau like sneaks it and hides it.
I can put it in her cleavage.
The journal. She's hiding the journal. Alec Holland doesn't want to give these guys anything. They kill his fucking sister.
Yeah, that sucked.
And he's like, "You fucking bastards!" Then they like. Some of the like that reagent shit like gets
there's kind of a tussle and it gets on him.
It gets on him and it explodes.
And he catches on fire.
The whole place catches on fire.
He does a pretty fucking awesome fire walk.
I thought that was a long one too.
It was a long one.
That's a long stunt. But
yeah.
He runs out to the swamp and dives in.
Yeah, to extinguish himself.
He's dead.
Yeah.
We think. They leave Adrienne Barbeau for dead, and then Holland or Arcane's like, burn the place down or whatever. I don't know, ransack the place.
Basically, like to destroy the evidence that they were there.
And he takes off. Well, his crew's left there. Adrienne Barbeau sneaks away.
Well, first that ferret guy finds her and tries to drown her.
Yeah, well, as she's sneaking away.
Yeah.
He does. He finds her and he tries to drown her. Yeah. And then some creature comes up out of the swamp.
Fucking flips that boat over.
Flips the boat over, and they're like, what the fuck was that?
And carries her away to safety.
She gets away. She goes to this like convenience store. And there's this
fucking
kid,
AM PM.
There's this kid named Jude. He's the best character.
He is.
He's like, I don't know, probably like 14.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like 15. He's got big glasses.
He's just sitting out there drinking a Coke. Just like being hot in the swamps.
Yeah.
And he's got this like raspy voice. She wants to get to the phone. He's like, yeah, the phone's inside. So she goes and makes a call. She calls. She doesn't know that
Ritter is dead.
And that Arcane was pretending to be Ritter. So
doing a Ritter voice.
She goes to call Ritter, and it goes through to Arcane.
Yeah.
Because he's got call forwarding turned on.
Exactly.
She goes.
Yeah, and he kind of does like the voice of the other guy. And he's like, oh, yeah,
where are you?
I got away. Like while everything was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are you? I'll come to you.
Yeah, and she's like, okay, well, I'm at this convenience store. He's like, all right, cool.
It's like the QT? Circle K?
He calls Ferret and Bruno.
Yeah, he's like, get her.
Goons. And
get her.
Like, this is where she's at. They open fire on the place. Well, they sneak up and she takes Jude and she's like, we got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So they get out of there. Again, there's like a chase scene like where they're chasing her with a car.
Oh, yeah. And is this where the swamp thing shows
comes
up?
out and smashes the car?
Yeah, and just stops it as it's going.
And this is like where we get like a full-on shot of the swamp thing. When I was a kid, I fucking thought the swamp thing looked the fucking cool as shit.
Yeah.
When I'm an adult, I'm like, this is the worst fucking
It's a terrible costume.
Ever.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, I misremember seeing this movie, and I pictured like a big... like with like moss hanging off of him and everything. Is like he doesn't look like that at all.
No, it's just a guy in
a fucking rubber suit.
Yeah, was it even rubber?
I don't know.
I think so. Maybe
it looked like shit.
It looked like shit, and you could see it like folding.
Yeah,
like where he would like bend,
where he would move.
There was a picture I sent to David where at one point, this is like at the end of the movie. Though.
Oh, this is with the other creature, right?
Yes. This is the other creature.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry.
But still, that costume's even worse.
Too. I remember loving it when I was a child, but Swamp Thing. Looks exactly like who?
It's kind of Toxie.
Mike Pence. Take Mike Pence and take the Swamp Thing and put them side by side. My wife pointed that out to me one time.
Yeah.
And I cannot not see that.
Yeah, the face is...
Mike Pence is the fucking Swamp Thing.
There you go.
You fucking Swamp Thing. Drain the swamp.
Drain the swamp. Yeah, he does look like him.
He looks exactly like him.
Oh, Arcane also has figured out that there's a notebook that's missing. So that's sort of his motivation for trying to catch
He thinks the
Adrienne Barbeau. She's got it.
She does have it.
Yeah.
She gives the notebook to Jude and says, look.
Yeah, they're after this.
Give it some. There's going to be someone who's a good guy eventually. You give it to that person.
Yeah.
Or whatever. She doesn't really give him instructions. She gets caught. Then Swamp Thing comes and frees her.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think she gets caught again.
This happens a lot. And then Swamp Thing catches her or frees her.
Yeah. Jude gives the notebook to the Swamp Thing. And the Swamp Thing looks at the notebook. And he's all, this comes right after the, okay, hold on. So this is the boobies part.
Oh, yeah.
So she's taking a bath in the swamp.
Yeah, washing herself.
That's fucking gross, dude. One time when I was a kid, we used to go, there's like, in Madison, where I grew up, there's a lot of lakes in Wisconsin, but in Madison, there's like 3 or 4 major lakes in the area. And we had a boat, and we would go out on the boat every once in a while too. But we'd also go to the beach. Well, one day we're out on the beach, and there's a lady out there
with a bath
with a fucking bar of soap.
Ooh,
and she's all
that's hot,
lathering herself up. I mean, I think she had a swimsuit on.
Oh, that's not as hot.
And I think she was not somebody.
No,
I watched her take up. She wasn't like. Let me just put it this way: she wasn't Adrienne Barbeau.
Yeah. Okay,
that's gross. But taking a bath in a swamp.
Yeah.
Probably even.
She was into it though. 'Cause she was kind of rubbing.
Oh well, I mean, anytime a woman takes a bath, they rub their boobs.
Yeah, you have to. It's the only
Just
way.
Over and over and over again,
dude. And Swamp Thing's watching her.
He's watching.
He's got the journal in one hand. We can't see what's going on with his other hand.
But I think this is what happens. I think because listen, Swamp Thing doesn't have anything left down there.
Well, it's probably inside.
I think it got melted off.
No dick.
He's got no dick, and that's why he gets all frustrated right now.
He has no release
because he gets frustrated.
All
He's
the
like,
tension.
I'll never get to fuck her, and he throws the fucking notebook. Well, Arcane finds it, or one of those fucker Bruno finds it or something.
Yeah.
And they capture them. I should also say this is that Ferret gets killed.
Oh yeah.
He tries to make Ferret tries.
Is he like
to
on the boat or something?
Yeah, he tries to like creep on Adrienne Barbeau. She kicks him in the nuts. And,
oh yeah, then she dives off. She fucking belly flops though into the water.
And then he goes after her, and then the Swamp Thing kills him.
That's right. Yeah.
Like crushes his head or some shit. And then she takes a bath. This is when the whole frustrating. He gets a plant boner, but he realizes it's not the same as a human boner because it's just a little twig.
Yeah, he's like, oh shit.
So he gets frustrated, and then he's like, I just gotta get caught. He gets his arm chopped off. I think Ferret might have cut his arm off.
I can't remember.
That's why we don't see his hand.
I think he still had it at that point.
Whatever.
Yeah, maybe not.
He gets his arm chopped off.
Yeah.
He gets caught. Arcane takes both of them back to his
fucking lair,
his castle
in
Louisiana. That's a castle. That castle used to belong to my pappy.
It's a weird scene too, because there's like more boobs and like women dancing and stuff.
Arcane's like crew is like partying because they're like, we got the notebook, we got the creature, we're gonna have strippers over and eat food. It's weird. I had a weird memory too when this scene was going on, because this is when Bruno is at the head of the table and Arcane's like, Bruno, you did so well, you're our guest of honor.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, thanks.
And I haven't seen this movie in years, and I'm like, oh fuck, I know what
happens.
I
remember what happens to this guy,
because I remembered there being like a little pig running around. I was like, something happens, like there's a little pig running around. Well,
a little pig boy.
This is what happens. Arcane wants to
he wants to try it, but not on himself.
He's duplicated the formula.
Yeah.
And he wants to become Swamp Thing. So he wants to try it out on a guinea pig first. So he tries it out on Bruno.
Fucking slipped it into his drink, I think.
And Bruno's like, what are you talking about? And then Bruno starts goes under the table, and when he comes up, he's a little
fella.
A little guy, and he looks like a pig.
Like a little troll piggy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little pig
and
boy.
he starts hopping around. He's like,
Anybody pooping? Pooping my face. Oh, not again.
Arcane's like, well, that fucking sucked.
Yeah, and
so
he goes and talks to Swamp Thing, right?
Yeah, this is when he takes little Bruno and he takes Adrienne Barbeau and he locks them up in the dungeon. Swamp Thing's already locked up in the dungeon, and he's like, Swamp Thing, tell me.
Can I call you Swampy?
Tell me all your secrets.
Yeah, tell me, swamp ass.
Why did you turn into that and Bruno turned into a little pig? And he's like, well, that's because you turn into whatever you are on the inside. It's like you were a swamp
Ridiculous.
thing.
Ridiculous.
You were a fucking swamp thing.
Yeah,
on the
I
inside?
originally just assumed that he morphed kind of with the swamp when he jumped into the water.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like it magnifies your traits.
Maybe because he was like so into the swamp, because at the beginning he's like, the swamp is beautiful.
It is.
The swamp is my life.
Yes. You can see beauty.
Look with your dick, not with your eyes. That's what I always say.
The fucking ego, though, on this Arcane guy. He's like, well, if it magnifies everything, like,
I'm a
fucking genius.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be
and my dick's huge.
I'm gonna be super genius dick.
Yes.
All I'm gonna be is a talking penis.
A
that
giant
can solve every
dick.
that wins on Jeopardy.
Yep. Really smart.
I'm gonna be like Ken Jennings, only a talking penis. Well, he takes it and he turns into a
fucking
werewolf. But it's like an ugly werewolf. It's like they went down to.
It looks like shit. They went to Party City and like got a werewolf mask. Like its eyes don't even blink.
They're like button eyes. They're like the kind of eyes on a teddy bear.
Yeah,
They're like
exactly.
just painted on.
Yeah, the costume I half expected to be made of corduroy.
And this was the costume where he raises his arms.
It's fucking
and
pits
torn.
ripped.
I took a picture of it.
Yeah, you sent it to me.
And I circled.
These are holes. This is a ripped costume.
Costumes suck. So Arcane turns into a fucking mess.
Yeah.
He goes. Little Bruno is like, "Come on, guys, I'll show you.
I'll show you the way out." Yeah, and because Swamp Thing's trapped down there and he's very weak, but then like a beam of sunlight hits him because he's part plant or whatever. I guess that heals him. Yeah. So his fucking arm grows
Adrian
back.
Barbeau's like, reach for the light.
Go to the light.
He reaches for the light. His fucking arm grows back. I thought that was cool. When I was a kid, that was the coolest fucking...
Why didn't he put his fucking dick up to the light?
Dude.
He goes, hold on. I'm just going to lay here for the next several hours.
Here's another thought that I just remembered. When I was a kid and I watched this movie, it must have been on HBO. That's why I watched it so many times. When I was a kid and I watched this movie, I remember thinking to myself, how the fuck did they do that? How did they cut that guy's arm off? Like, it never occurred to me that it was just a dude
with his arm tucked in his shirt
inside this shitty costume. I thought, this is fucking crazy. I remember thinking, like, did they get a guy who only had one arm?
Yeah, they got an amputee for this scene. The attention to detail, exquisite.
5-year-old Bret. If 5-year-old Bret reviewed this movie
you're like,
on a podcast,
5 Pamela Voorhees Heads. The costumes.
Why was this movie not nominated for an Oscar?
Yeah. Bullshit. But yeah, the little Bruno, he like leads them to like underneath the lair or whatever. To,
he's like, you got to swim, because Arcane put in like a secret swim grotto.
Yeah, I guess
so. They swim underneath and they can get out of the swamp.
It's very Creature from the Black Lagoon grotto.
He's like, that's how we get to the swamp so
then
fast.
Arcane shows up though, and
little Bruno starts talking
fucking
shit.
taunting him and saying like, oh, have a nice trip, see you next fall. Like little shit like that. It's like, that's so stupid.
It is stupid. Arcane follows them down through the grotto and into the swamp, and of course Swamp Thing and Arcane fight, and you see the ripped fucking... This is the worst fight ever.
It's terrible.
It's choreographed like me at 5 years old choreographed it.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to swing
and then you're
going to block.
Yeah. It's really, really bad.
Swamp Thing wins.
Yeah. But not before Arcane. Doesn't he stab Adrian Barbeau in the boobie?
He does.
Gets her right in the boob.
But Swamp Thing can heal because he healed Jude earlier.
Yeah, Jude got killed and he fucking ET'd him and with his glowing...
I don't think he got killed. I think he just got knocked out.
I thought he was dead. Yeah, whatever. But he healed him with his glowing green
dick.
Yeah, his dick.
He's all, touch this.
Put this in your mouth. He's like, I don't know.
Is this a part of a plant? Yes.
Yes.
Swallow it, but don't chew.
Don't chew. Yeah, no teeth, please.
Swallow like you swallow a pill. Yes. Yes. I'm Swamp Thing. I am Swamp Thing.
Oh,
call me Swamp Thing.
But yeah, it gives him an excuse to grope that boobie.
Yeah, one last time.
Let me heal you.
Yeah, one last time. He heals her. She comes back to life. Then Jude comes around, and Swamp Thing's like walking off, and he's like, I guess until we meet again. Well, Swamp Thing doesn't really talk.
He does.
He does, but he doesn't. He's not like, hi. I thought he was
yeah, no, he talks.
Hi, my name is
He talks like Optimus Prime.
Yeah, he's very...
He talks like this.
Yeah, but very like one word
at yes
time.
I will always be with you.
Yeah. And then he goes walking away. Jude comes up and he's like, will we ever see him again? Jude talks. And Adrian Barbeau's
nope.
Like, let's go. She's like, I need to go take a bath. And Jude's all,
yes, ma'am.
That's the end of the movie.
That's it.
All right. because you hadn't really seen this movie before, let's start with you.
This movie's weird. I mean, I would have liked this as a kid, I think, because it's just super cheesy and weird, but very repetitive. Like once he becomes the Swamp Thing, it's just kind of the same things over and over again. Like Adrienne Barbeau gets captured, and then he shows up and frees her, and then she gets captured again, and he frees her. The villains, like everything looks cheap. Like their costumes, like their military fatigues look like Halloween costumes.
Yeah, everything is cheap.
Everything is cheap looking. And then, like we already said, the monster costumes are awful. Adrienne Barbeau's fine. I think Ray Wise, like before he becomes Alec, other than being a fucking pervert and an HR nightmare, I think his performance was fine. But the movie, I just didn't really quite understand the point. And for like a comic book adaptation, it didn't really even feel like a comic book movie.
See, really?
I don't know,
because I thought he did some really good job with wipes.
There was like
stuff.
one of those I think that I saw.
There's
a few.
One,
okay,
yeah.
But I just thought it was kind of lame. Again, if I had seen this as a kid, I might have a different opinion. But I saw it as an adult, so I'm gonna give it a 2. It's not terrible. But I wouldn't recommend it. It's not a movie I intend to watch again.
Yeah, this movie sucks. I mean, when I was a kid, I really loved this movie.
Yeah.
I think Adrienne Barbeau did fine. Adrienne Barbeau is like the best actor in the movie. Everybody else pretty much sucks. Like Ray Wise, I guess, is fine. Okay, but he's not even in the movie long enough.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and the villain's super over the top.
Over the top. The goons.
Yeah, they're all way over the top.
The story is, I guess it's okay, but it's just
boring.
It's pretty boring.
Yeah.
It's fun
and the
to
action,
watch.
But even the action sequences aren't very good.
I think it's fun to watch like now and just be like, God, think of how far we've come.
Yeah, with like creature effects.
And with comic book movies.
Yeah.
And even Wes Craven, who directed this, did much better films.
Yeah. Before and after.
That's true. So I'll give it a 2 also.
Okay.
Make things easy on everybody. I'll give it a 2. The caveat to that is it's a 2 because it's probably fun to watch with a group. My wife and I were having a pretty good time laughing about this movie and like making jokes. And I was like, oh my God, it's so ridiculous. And then for me, it's nostalgia.
Yeah, and I think if you were watching like the edited for television version or whatever, this is one you could also show your kids.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
The only problem is the boobs.
Yeah,
I guess, and
even that, like whatever.
Even that, you know what? I didn't care. I don't remember my parents being like too over the top, like cover your fucking eyes, you little shit. you can't see it. You fucking asshole. You're not gonna
cover your ears too. There's profanity in this movie.
Yeah. No, I do remember going to see Top Gun in the movie theater with my stepmom and my dad.
And during the love scene, you have to close your eyes.
Yeah, and there was nothing.
Fucking take my breath away.
Yeah. Watching in some ocean.
Like,
I'm all.
Don't
Are
watch.
they done?
Yeah.
As soon as Berlin stopped singing, I could look again. But then I remember going, I wonder what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
I wonder if
in your mind, you were picturing full penetration.
Like Tom Cruise is just going
just
at
gyrating
it.
and thrusting.
But none of that happened.
No.
And in fact, there's no nudity whatsoever.
No.
They were kind of a little this way, where my mom and my stepdad were kind of like, yeah, do whatever the fuck you want to, except for never leave a VCR on top of this TV.
Or I'll kill you.
If you do, you're gonna get grounded. They made a sequel to Swamp Thing called Return
of Swamp Thing. Direct to video, I would imagine.
Heather Locklear. I don't think it was direct to video. I think it was released. It has a box office of $274,000, but a budget of $3 million.
Oh.
It was released. I guess it was released on VHS. I don't know if it was ever released in theaters, but Dick Durock was back.
Yeah.
Dick Durock. But so was Louis Jourdan. He was back as Arcane.
Oh.
So Arcane must not have been dead. But Heather Locklear plays Abby Arcane, which is
his daughter, wife?
Daughter of Anton Arcane.
Hmm.
Weird. I never saw it.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm good.
Oh, it's her stepfather.
Oh, okay.
He was resurrected after his death. This sounds really awful.
Yeah, let's not
ever see that movie.
Let's not do that one.
If you have any thoughts on Creature from the Black Lagoon or the Swamp Thing, you should contact us. How can they contact us, David?
On Twitter, Facebook, the Slasher app, TikTok, YouTube. Just search the Swearwolves on all those platforms. On Instagram, search for us under the Swearwolves podcast. You can go to our website, theswearwolves.com. You can email us at swearwolvespodcast@gmail.com, or you can leave us a voicemail at 623-282-1851.
So for the Swearwolves this week, I'm Brett.
I'm David.
I gotta go dick my doo-rock.